Yo, what's going on, guys? Man, you already know 5 days, 5 videos. Man, we going crazy right now. Yeah, so um, I don't really know how to explain this in the most explainable way. Explainable, right? Woman claims her father made her his wife, slave, and fathered her two.
My family was the typical family that was out there. I like to think we were a happy-go-lucky family. My dad, David, was a great dad. I loved him. I remember him always tickling us, playing Barbies with us. Then, my parents got divorced when I was 11 years old, and my dad got full custody of me. Me and my siblings were staying at my dad's house full-time. One night, a year later, he snuck into my room, and he went under my covers. He told me he was sorry. He told me that if I told anybody, your daddy would go to jail. A year later, he started to have sex with me. I did cry when it happened, but I didn't say anything. I was scared. I was really scared. I went into the bathroom because I was bleeding, and I came out, and he told me that I had lost my virginity. I was raped by my father and basically held prisoner in my own home for 12 years. He did make me a sex slave and a wife. My dad did tell me that he was addicted to sex with me, that he didn't want anybody else. I felt like in his mind it was a relationship, and I hate using this word, but he felt it was more like of a marriage. He manipulated me into everything from sex to the wifely duties. He would make sure that I had his clothes clean and folded and the house cleaned and dinner ready. By the age of 16, I wasn't allowed to call him dad or daddy anymore. He wanted me to call him babe or honey. I do believe he was sick and twisted, and I do believe he was in love with me.
Sadly, that was just the beginning.
Let's just take a break.
Beginning, because Kelly gave birth to 2 of her father's children, and says he forced her to keep their secret by threatening, manipulating, and brainwashing her into believing that this was just the way it was. This was a normal life.
My dad brainwashed me, manipulated me, and he threatened me so I would stay quiet. We have 2 matching tattoos. I do think that was a way to control me. He told me that when he dies, that I'll always have a piece of him on me. He did isolate me from family and friends. As soon as somebody started getting close, he'd shut off our relationship. He wanted to know where I was at all times, so he got me a cell phone to keep track of where I was. My dad would always go through my phone and listen in on my phone calls. All throughout high school, I never really got to be alone. He would show up to make sure I was in class. As I got older, the threats got harsher and harsher. The first threat was that he would go to jail and he would be raped. And then he started telling me that he was going to kill himself in front of me. One time, he had told me that he was going to kill me by putting my head next to his head with a gun, so it would go straight through both of us. I even tried running away. Every time he found me, he would tell me things were gonna be okay. He wouldn't do anything anymore. And the minute I got to the house, things went back to the way they were.
I'll catch y'all in the next video, man.